Hello, welcome back to This Board Game Life. I'm your host, Mark, here doing an unboxing again today. This time, Mass Effect, the board game Priority Hagalaz? Hagalaz? I don't know how to pronounce it, but we're gonna dig in and see what's in this box. All right. Okay, so let's get to the table and see. This just arrived yesterday. I'm so excited to get to try this game out. If you are unaware of Mass Effect, it's a video game from BioWare that I've played on my Xbox. Mass Effect 1, 2, Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect Andromeda. The first three games are phenomenal. I did not care for the last one, Andromeda, but I really love the first three Mass Effect games. They are phenomenal, and I'm really looking forward. This is a board game taking place during the first three, sometime in the first three games, because you're playing as Commander Shepard, who is in the first three games. So let's see what's in the box. All right. So we got a mission book to start out with. Wow, that's a very shiny spiral bound. So this, kind of right off the bat, I think is going to be very similar to The Mandalorian, which is behind me, is one I'll be planning to do another walkthrough or a unboxing here soon. But this kind of reminds me of that. I don't know how similar they're going to be, but this is one I got. I was going to try to hold off on doing this till I got these three behind me taken care of, but I was too excited to open this up and see what's inside this game. So we're doing it a little early. But this is a mission, so I know in this game that, and I have not read the rules, I have seen some kind of information about it. So what I'm giving you today is without, like I said, I just took the shrink off. I haven't read the rules. It's just from my understanding. So please don't quote me on anything that I may or may not get wrong, may get wrong or right or whatever. But this side kind of plays out the mission, tells you what you're going to be doing, what you need to do. So like there's the Paragon and the Paragon and what's the other? Paragon path and a Renegade path. So there's two ways to accomplish the mission. So you can kind of do it the good way, which is Paragon, or the bad way or more aggressive way, which is the Renegade side. So you tend to, the Renegade sides, I guess, tend to be a little easier to complete, but you get more points or victory rewards or something if you are able to pull off the Paragon ending to the mission. So and then it tells you how the mission will fail, and but then you play the game on this side with all the miniatures or the pieces and stuff. So all right, so I'm gonna not go through. I'm not gonna show the rest of this because there's missions, and I don't want to spoil anything since it is all mission based. And then there are loyalty missions that you can do for your characters. Okay, so that's the mission book. I really don't want to show it all because if you are interested in this game, then I just don't want to run the risk of spoiling anything. So here's a narrative book. It's got a quick reference sheet on the back. Let's see. Welcome to Mass Effect. Okay, so this is, to avoid spoilers, do not read any further until instructed to do so. So this is going to be, you're probably going to be using this narrative book as you're doing your missions, is my guess. You're probably going to read this, and then I'm just going to take a peek. I guess it'll tell you to read probably something. Maybe as you're going through, you'll be directed to something in the narrative book that you'll read to progress the story. Then we got a rule book. These books are very nice. Really, look at the artwork. Look at these are really nice. This is some high quality stuff here. All right, so lays out all the tokens, all the components of the game. what everything does. There's a lot of pictures. I mean, this is a big book. It's 42 pages here. Icon references on the back, which is nice. You got some information about your squad mates, different stuff about, all the different turrets, loot, tokens, all kinds of different things in here, all laid out. So it's going to take me a while to read, that's for sure. And I actually do want to, I'll probably play a mission. I'm kind of planning to do a solo mission. You can play this solo, but just so you know, when you play this game, you must play as all 4 characters. So it is a 1 to 4 player game, but if you're doing it solo, then you're controlling all 4 characters, just kind of like the video game. You always selected your squad. So you're going to pick 3 additional people to go with you. You have to play as Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard must be in every mission that you do. So keep that in mind. But I'm gonna learn the game, and then I do plan to do a solo playthrough as long as I can, zoom my camera out far enough to fit everything, because you're going to have the book and everybody's character boards. Okay, so here's a campaign map with some references on the back. So I think this is how you can go through. I'm not sure how, but you're marking off things. You got all these little. This is actually like erasable as well, like a dry erase. It's weird. It's like a flimsy cardboard, not super flimsy, but you can check off with a dry erase on these things as you complete things, which I'm going to assume. So you're checking off if you completed the mission, or you did a Paragon or Renegade, how much intel you gathered, if you've done these. So you have 4 characters to choose from plus Commander Shepard. So when you draw your crew, you're taking 3 of the 4 available. You can do their loyalty missions, which you don't have to, but I understand there's benefits to doing their loyalty missions. Then the other side of this talks about what the icons mean, all the different. So it's like a reference sheet on the back, the terrain reference and icons and squad mates. All right, so here's Commander Shepard. Now, Commander Shepard has his name at the top. You can play him as a male, or you can flip the sheet over and play as the female version of Shepard. But my understanding is all their abilities are exactly the same. So there's no difference other than male or female, however you want to play, but their abilities are the same, which would make sense. It's the same, essentially the same character. And the video game, I think it was Mass Effect 3, where they introduced the female character that you could play as a female version of Commander Shepard. And these are from the video game. So I actually just played like the default Commander Shepard. So that's my guy. That's my dude. So I will just play with him. You've got Garrus. You can choose from Garrus. And then on this other side of him, you've got just some information when you're down, when you're revived, if there's locked dice. So there's some additional information, but that's his character sheet. Same with Liara. And let's see. Same with her side on the other side. Some things to do when you're down to Tali and Rex. So these are, and all they're going to have some different things that they do. So the good thing is you're going to want to look at the 4 extra characters, kind of see what abilities they have. Maybe you're going to take one over another based on the mission that you're going to be up against. All right. So we got some cardboard to punch. We got Guardians, Assassins, Drone, Sensory Tentacle, Geth Primes, Banshees, Scions, Brutes, Armored Brutes. We got Husks, Cannibals, Marauders. All right. And then a bunch of tokens that I just don't know. Oh, we got some more Salt Troopers and mechs, and there's Ravagers, all kinds of enemies. Oh, then we get down here, and it did come with a tray, and we pull this out. Always look. You never know. There might be something in the box. Silica gel. I have pulled these trays out. I've said this in previous videos and found additional content under there. So I always look. All right, I'm going to keep, now we got a tray, more silica. You get a bag to, so this I think is called like your enemy bag or something. You're going to put the chips, the little cardboard stuff into the bag. So when you have to draw enemies, you're going to pull them out of the bag. Let's see if I can roll this out a little bit more. So you're going to pull them and put them in the bag. There are different cards. So we're going to take a peek at the cards. So these are, I don't know if they're all Cerberus cards, but I do know there are Cerberus cards on the top. These are hazards that everyone's going to have to deal with throughout the game. So I know at the beginning of a mission, you're going to draw, everyone's going to get a Cerberus card basically face down on their thing, and at a point in their turn, they will flip it over and have to deal with it. And this one, for this one as an example, reprieve, place a random face down loot token on the furthest spawn point from the current squad mate. Then if there are any escalation cards face up next to the mission book, shuffle one of them back into the hazard deck. Instead of discarding this card, return it to the game box. So, but there's things that'll like activate turrets and activate the 2 enemy turrets closest to their current squad mate. So there was one. So might be getting loot, you might not. And then it looks like there's some Reaper hazard cards. I haven't seen what these are for yet, but I'm assuming they're gonna basically work similar. Activate each husk and each cannibal. So I guess if you're activating a Reaper hazard and you pull this, then you're going to activate those characters that are out in the map. So those are the cards to the game. We have a dry erase marker. It says Mass Effect right on it. That's kind of nice. And we have lots of baggies to store lots of our components. All right. These are your cubes. You're going to use them to manage like your shields and your health. I don't know what the orange ones are for, but you'll put the little blue cubes here. When you take damage, it's going to damage your shields first, and then you put a red one here to manage your health. Then you can see if you lose all your shields, then you start ticking down your health, and at the end you're down. You can still be revived. You don't die in the game. A teammate can revive you. And at a certain point, I don't know if it's the end of the round or the end of the mission, but your shields will re-heal. They'll fill back up, I guess. Woo, look at these dice. There's like 12 dice in here. They got all kinds of different emblems on them that are going to mean different things. What is there? Yeah, there's what? 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 dice? There's 14 different dice in the game. So, lots of dice. And then we got some miniatures. So, here's Rex. And then we've got, that looks like it's got to be Commander Shepard, the male version of him. Then, there's the female commander. We got Garrus. I like this dude I really liked Garrus in the video game. It's hard to get in there. And then, let me make sure I get the name right. I think this one's Liara. Yes, this is Liara. And then we have Tali. So you do get some little miniatures as well. And I did see that there are cardboard little versions of those as well. So, but there you have it. That's what comes in the game. Now I get the fun of punching and putting everything and setting up and trying to learn. I'm gonna try to see what I can figure out and learn this game today, and maybe play a mission. I'm looking forward to it. But again, appreciate you joining and checking out this unboxing of Mass Effect, the board game, Priority Hagalaz. And please give us a like and subscribe so you'll know whenever a new video drops. We hope you enjoy this, and we'll catch you at the table. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye.